Hello, my name is Sabrina Musinski and I'm the Year 10 dance teacher. This presentation will be exploring an assessment schedule for dance. The assignments we will discuss covers the last half of the year's assessment schedule. The purpose of the presentation is to provide you an insight to what the three assessment tasks consist of, including their outcomes, the task description, and the marking criteria. However, before we begin, I will firstly explain why Year 10 Dance is required to complete these assessments based on New South Wales education credentialing body, the Education Standards Authority, also known as NESA, as well as other important factors assisting your child's education. Dance is not just physically combining steps to music, but rather an art form where the body skillfully and creatively communicates ideas via movement. This assessment schedule requires students to develop knowledge, understanding, and skills through the practice of performance, composition, and appreciation. Students are required to communicate physically, verbally, and in written forms in all the above aspects. Thus, the assessments encompass the study of each practice. The assessment schedule aims to achieve broader learning outcomes like ICT, work, employment, and enterprise experiences, Aboriginal and Indigenous culture, difference and diversity, and gender. The assessments are designed to help students build on knowledge and skills for Year 11 and 12 dance, including HSC requirements. However, it's also important to note there's more to the assessments, like important life skills, than just ensuring students meet the Border Studies standards. The assessment equips students developing 21st century skills like teamwork, problem solving, creative thinking, and connecting through technology. Furthermore, students are required to develop higher order thinking skills like recalling basic facts to more creative and critical thinking. The assessments also accommodate students' diverse learning needs and multiple intelligences through differentiated tasks. This means that not all the assessments are similar in how students demonstrate their knowledge and skills. The outcomes, assessment description, and marking criteria are interconnected for all the assessments. Outcomes are the students' goals, what they're working towards, and the task description and marking criteria is how they will achieve the outcomes goals. The first assessment is a research report and review, which is an inquiry-based research assignment aimed to further develop students' knowledge and skills in studying and analysing professional dance work, including its social, cultural, and historical contexts. This assignment provides students real-life dance experiences where students attend a live performance of Sansong performed by Australia's leading Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander dance company, Bangarra, at the Sydney Opera House. Not only is this assignment providing opportunities to gain deeper understanding of our First Nations people, but it also provides life-changing experiences where they observe the work live in a world-class theatre. The outcomes of this assignment include describing and analysing dance as the communication of ideas within a context and identifying and analysing the link between their performances and compositions and dance works of art. The task of this assignment is to write a research report identifying and describing the social, cultural, and historical context of Bangarra Sansong, including a structured review, analysing and evaluating the live performance. To do the research, these are the following steps students need to take. They need to use a range of technologies like the internet for dance-related research. They need to analyse dance as a reflection of society. And for the review, they need to describe the dance, such as the movement, the space, time, and qualities. They need to answer what is the choreographer's concept or idea in the work, and whether or not the choreographer was successful in portraying their concept or idea. And lastly, the students need to provide their own personal impressions, including their personal bias statements. The marking criteria of this assignment includes demonstration of extensive research, clear description of dance context, a thorough analysis of dance as a reflection of society, in-depth analysis of dance work with reference of elements of dance like space, time, and dynamics, and an insightful personal impression of the work. The second assignment is a performance assessment, and this involves performing a dance inspired by Christopher Bruce's Rooster. Students are to apply basic physiological knowledge, muscle groups, and skeletal structures to execute safe dance movement. Students will also explore and subvert stereotypical gender movement qualities, demystifying gender issues within dance. While students will communicate ideas inspired by the choreographer, this assessment encourages students to create new ways to performing movement. The assessment ultimately prepares the students for HSC dance exam conditions, as they are required to perform the dance and orally demonstrate their understanding of dance technique and performance quality in a short interview. The outcomes of this assessment includes demonstrating an understanding of safe dance practice, appropriate dance technique, and enhancing dance technique by manipulating aspects of the elements of dance, as well as understanding and applying aspects of performance quality. This task includes performing a 2-minute dance work manipulating one of each element, such as space, time, and dynamics, and they are also required to participate in an interview. For the assessment, students learn the teacher's choreography, being aware of safe dance practice. They select key aspects in choreography and choose one aspect of space, time, and dynamics. Then they manipulate, change each element, and then they practice performing the dance and practice interview questions with peers. The marking criteria involves physically, orally demonstrating understanding of safe dance practice and dance technique, and skillfully manipulating space, time, and dynamics. And the students need to be confident, controlled performers. The third and last assessment is a composition assessment. This requires students to engage in problem-solving tasks to effectively communicate ideas in a formal dance structure. This assessment is crucial for HSC dance, as one of the practical examinations, which is 20% of the overall mark, requires students to create a unified dance work, which means the movements fit together to create one whole. The outcomes include exploring the elements of dance as the basis of the communication of ideas, and composing and structuring dance movement that communicates an idea. The assessment description involves creating a 1.5 to 2 minute composition utilizing a dance form to achieve unity. The steps of the assessment include choosing a formal structure, brainstorming and developing the concept or intent, improvising, selecting and refining movements into phrases, putting the dance together in logical developments to a unified whole, and then documenting the process in written forms in an e-portfolio on Microsoft OneNote folder. The composition marking criteria involves composing movement, utilizing elements of space, create and structure in response to a formal structure, and clear logical sections making a unified, completed dance work. That last one is very important for the HSC. Therefore, I hope this presentation clarifies the requirements of each assessment. I encourage you to stay up to date with your children's assessment schedule, as you may be able to assist in their learning endeavours. Thank you.